It's the Weather Xtreme video, the morning edition for Wednesday, August 26th. I'm James Spann. It feels good this morning. Beautiful day today, watching Tropical Storm Erica. Let's dive in and talk about things. Big upper trough over the east. That's the delivery mechanism for this refreshing air we are enjoying this morning. Look at Fort Payne down to 52. Come on now. See double nickels for Anniston, Gadsden, Cullman, Haleyville, Birmingham, 59. And today will be just gorgeous. Sunny, low humidity, much like yesterday. Much of the nation very quiet. Watch warning map. Convective outlook today. Obviously, no problems here. A marginal risk for parts of the Great Plains. And the overall rain for the next 5 days, valid through Monday morning of next week, suggesting under 1/10 of an inch. We could see a few showers this weekend, but probably not much rain. And, of course, we'll be watching South Florida late this weekend and early next week with the approach of Erica. That system is over the Atlantic. That'll be coming across the northern Leeward Islands by tonight. It's fairly disorganized, and it's fighting the same problems Danny had last week with dry air and shear. It's hanging on. Maximum sustained winds are estimated to be 40 miles per hour. Tropical modeling. And you can see a pretty decent agreement. Most models bring it up through the Bahamas and then a turn to the north somewhere near the east coast of Florida early next week. The ensembles off the GFS. The mean, it's the black line with the black squares. And there's been a little shift here to the left. The mean brings it up through southern Florida early next week. But you got some members in the Gulf, some members with a recurve in the Atlantic. So nobody knows at this point. The steering currents tend to collapse here early next week, and it's just too early to call. But clearly, people that live in South Florida, the peninsula, will need to pay close attention. And can it survive? That's the other issue. You know, this thing could fizzle out and nothing happens. But most of the intensity models do keep it as a tropical storm for the rest of the week, and they do ramp it up to a hurricane as it approaches South Florida. In fact, you can see some models bring it up to major hurricane status. So it will be something to watch very carefully. This is the official track from the Hurricane Center, and they bring it up as a hurricane late Sunday night, very close to or maybe just north of Miami. And again, we'll just have to wait and see. Expect some changes in this in coming days. Odds are this will not be a storm that will affect Alabama at all. We should stay on the dry side of the circulation. But again, we'll keep an eye on this thing. All right, model fans, here we go. The GFS. The 06Z run, valid today at 1 o'clock. There's your nice eastern trough. And what a beautiful day. Sunny with low 80s in many places today. The dew points stay in the 50s. Just gorgeous. Nice taste of fall. Tomorrow we'll be down in the low 60s at daybreak, and again, the cooler pockets go in the 50s. The sky will be sunny. A little warmer tomorrow, highs in the mid-80s. And Friday, temperatures, I say, between 87 and 90. Let's see, this will be the 11th consecutive day with a high under 90. It's been a long time. We might approach it Friday. And again, evidence of moisture trying to creep in from the east, but we'll leave it dry for now. As the weekend begins on Saturday, we'll mention some risk of scattered showers, the better chance over the eastern half of the state. Partly sunny with a high in the upper 80s, and really the same thing on Sunday. Some risk of scattered showers, but certainly not a rainy day. I'd say the high Sunday between 87 and 90 with a mix of sun and clouds. Next week, Monday, and notice, by the way, the GFS really doesn't do much with Erica. That looks relatively dry for us. The chance of rain would be fairly small. Same thing on Tuesday. And a week from today, Wednesday, September 2nd, look at the upper high around Chicago. That's a 594 circle. They'll be in some really hot air, but that's north of us. And for us, pretty quiet, partly sunny, maybe a storm in spots. The high would be around 90. Here's the end of the forecast. This is Friday, September 4th. A little weakness in the flow just to the west of here. But again, that looks pretty quiet. temperatures. Next week will be hotter, highs back around 90 as we kick off the month of September and the beginning of meteorological fall. Lows next week around 70, so enjoy these cool nights while we have them. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. And if you can, catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.